All right, let's get right into it. If you're an entrepreneur and you've been dreaming about Japan, you have got to hear this. Japan just dropped a massive, and I mean massive, change to its business manager visa. It's basically created what you could call a great filter for who gets to build a company there.
So, let's say that's you. You're a founder, you've got this great idea, and Japan looks like the perfect launchpad. Maybe you've done your homework. You've even got some early interest from investors. But the real question is, are you ready for what's about to happen? Because, and you'll want to mark this date, starting October 16th, 2025, the entire rulebook is getting a rewrite. The barrier to entry for that all-important business manager visa is about to get 6 times higher. And no, this isn't some tiny adjustment. It's a complete game changer.
And here it is. This is the number that changes everything. 30 million yen. That's about 200,000 US dollars, give or take. This is the new price of admission, the absolute minimum capital you need just to get your foot in the door. So let's unpack what this really means.
Okay, to really wrap your head around just how huge this is, we've got to put the old and the new rules right next to each other. This is where you'll see just how dramatically the ground has shifted under every foreign founder's feet.
First up, the big one, the money. The old rule was 5 million yen. Not a small amount, but doable for many. The new rule? 30 million. As you can see, that's a 6-fold increase. A leap that big immediately prices out a whole category of scrappy, lean startups.
Next, let's talk about people. Before, you could either show the 5 million yen or you could hire 2 full-time employees. See that little word, or? Well, the new rule swaps it for and. Now you need the 30 million yen and you have to hire at least 1 full-time employee. That one word changes everything. It's not a choice anymore. It's a mandatory combo. They've also added a professional filter. You know, in the past, your background didn't have a specific requirement. Now, you've got to prove you can actually run the show. That means showing either 3+ years of management experience or a relevant master's degree. They want to see a resume that backs up your business plan. And they're getting serious about your operations too. There used to be no hard and fast language rule and a virtual office was often good enough. Not anymore. Now, either you or one of your employees needs business-level Japanese. We're talking JLPT N2. And you absolutely must have a dedicated physical office space. So yeah, the days of running your company from a co-working space mailbox are over. So this all leads to the big question, right? Why? Why would Japan suddenly make it so much harder to start a business there? Well, let's look at the official reasoning and try to understand the logic behind this new strategy. From the government's perspective, this is all about quality control. They're trying to attract serious entrepreneurs who are building real, sustainable companies. The goal is to stop people from using the visa as a backdoor to residency with a shell company that doesn't actually do anything. They want to see real job creation and businesses that are genuinely contributing to the economy. But of course, there's another side to this story. Critics are worried that this is just a massive barrier to innovation. They argue it's going to shut out brilliant founders who have world-changing ideas, but just don't have that kind of cash up front. And the big fear is that those innovators will just take their ideas and their future companies to other countries that are easier to get into. Now, whenever you have big changes like this, you get big misunderstandings. And this next part is so important. We're going to go over the most common myths and mistakes that could get your application tossed in the bin before it even gets a serious look. Okay, this one might be the most dangerous myth of them all. The idea that you can just borrow the 30 million yen, let it sit in your bank account for a minute to show immigration, and then pay it right back. Let me be crystal clear. Do not do this. It's a total recipe for disaster. Here's the reality. Immigration officials are going to put your money under a microscope. They will demand to see where every single yen came from. Is it from investors, personal savings? You'll need to show them bank records, contracts, the whole paper trail. And that money has to be for the business, not just parked in an account to look good. If anything looks even a little bit suspicious, your application is dead on arrival. Here's another trap people are falling into. They hear about Japan's startup visa and think, aha, here's the loophole. They see it as an easy way to sidestep all these tough new rules for the business manager visa. But that's really not how it works at all. You should think of the startup visa as a runway, not a shortcut. It's a temporary visa that gives you time on the ground in Japan to get ready for the main application. You still have to meet that 30 million yen bar, you still have to hire someone, you still have to do it all.
the startup visa just gives you a bit of breathing room to get your ducks in a row.
Okay, so we've established it's a lot tougher, but it's not impossible. If you're serious about this, you just need a better plan. So let's walk through what a new 5-step playbook for success looks like in this new environment.
Here's your new roadmap. Step 1, get the capital. Real, legitimate, fully documented funds. Step 2, hire your first team member. Step 3, and this is a big one, get your business plan certified by a professional who can vouch for its sustainability. Step 4, handle the language requirement. Either learn it yourself or hire someone who's got it. And finally, step 5, get professional advice. Seriously, with rules this strict, one tiny misstep can sink your whole application. An expert is worth their weight in gold now. So that brings us back to where we started. This new great filter is clearly designed to build a more robust economy with higher quality businesses. But the big question is, in doing so, is Japan accidentally closing the door on the next wave of disruptive, bootstrapped innovators? Is it creating a stronger foundation, or is it building a walled garden that keeps out the very people it might need the most? Well, that is the $30 million question, isn't it?